All right, so we've got this book lover's gift box someone sent us.
Okay.
It's it's supposed to be like the perfect gift for any bookworm out there, I guess. But looking at it it makes you wonder, is that really all there is to it? Or is there more to kind of dig into here?
Yeah, definitely some interesting stuff to unpack.
Yeah. It comes with a tote bag.
Practical.
Yeah. Some cozy socks, a wooden page holder. So, practical stuff.
Right.
Then there's this shh, I'm reading sign and a silicone bookmark.
Mm.
So I'm curious, what do you think? Is this something you'd buy for yourself or more like a gift idea?
That's a good question. I think what's really interesting here is how this seemingly simple collection of stuff actually connects to all these ideas we have about who book lovers are and what they care about.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's start with the actual marketing stuff. They use words like handpicked and talk about the highest standards. They even say it's good for any occasion, not just for Christmas. What do you think they're going for with that kind of language?
Well, I think it's all about creating a sense of exclusivity and thoughtfulness, right? They want you to feel like this isn't just some random assortment of things.
Yeah.
By saying handpicked, it makes it seem like there was care put into choosing each item. And by saying it works for any occasion, they're trying to appeal to more people, make it seem like the perfect gift no matter what you're celebrating.
Right. It does make it sound like something special.
Yeah.
For sure. And they specifically say it's got 5 unique gifts for readers.
I gotta admit, I am curious. What is it about these particular things that makes them so reader-specific? Are they actually spot on, or is it more like playing into some kind of bookworm stereotype?
Oh, that's a great question. So on the surface, it seems pretty straightforward. Tote bag for carrying your books, socks for when you're curled up reading a bookmark to keep your place.
Right.
But if we really think about it, we start to see how these gifts play into the whole psychology of giving presents and how we perceive book lovers.
Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. Exactly. Think about it. There's research that shows people who love physical books often really value things that are tactile. They like to touch and feel things. So the wooden page holder, it's not just a practical tool. It speaks to that desire to experience the physical book, the paper, the act of turning the pages.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I know how a real book feels.
Yeah.
What about the I'm reading sign, though? That one feels a bit more, I don't know, pointed.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think it kind of points to this stereotype about book lovers, that they're all introverts who need their own space to get lost in a book.
Right.
And the sign is almost like a funny way of enforcing that boundary, leave me alone, I'm in my happy place.
Yeah, it's a badge of honor almost.
Exactly. And that brings us to another interesting thing, the way it's all presented. They talk about the ultimate unwrapping experience and how the box is beautifully prepared. Studies have shown that when packaging looks really good, it actually triggers those reward centers in our brains. So you end up having this positive feeling about the gift even before you open it.
Wow. I never thought about it like that, but that's so true. The way it looks when you get it is a big part of the whole experience. It's not just about the stuff inside. It's about the feeling of giving and receiving this carefully put together package.
Exactly. They're selling you the whole experience, not just the individual items. And I think that says a lot about how we see gift giving in general these days. It's not just about practicality anymore. It's about making it an event, creating a sense of surprise and delight.
So we started with a tote bag and some socks, and now we're talking about the psychology of marketing, gift-giving trends, and even stereotypes about book lovers.
Right.
That's quite a journey.
It is, and all from this one little gift box.
Exactly. So here's something to think about. We've talked about how the stuff in the box and how it's marketed plays into what we think about people who love books. But what does all of that say about us as a culture? Are we making reading into something more than it is? Or are we just reflecting on how much it still matters, even in a world that's so digital?
That's a really good question.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. It's been really fascinating.
You too. It's been great.
Until next time, everyone, happy reading.
Bye.